Oh, wide, wide, wide. Okay. China. Thank you. Movie was fantastic. I wasn't expecting to like it that much. Loved it. And my mother liked it, who's 65. I mean, it was really, really good.
Oh, thank you.
And my husband would have liked it. It was just a great movie. Tell me when?
We have speed.
Okay. Could you sum up the plot, nutshell plot?
The nutshell plot. 13-year-old girl wishes to be beyond the awkward phase. Not only that, she wishes to be popular and cool and successful, and suddenly she is. And then she's got to deal with the consequences of the choices that she had to make to become that smart and successful and popular and together. And then it's really a movie about getting a second chance. And in the middle of it all, there's a romance and there's some fun and hopefully a couple laughs.
I laughed, I cried, I did it all. I definitely
did. You cry?
I cried, well, yes, at the scene when the two of you were talking. Mm-hmm. I cried there because I felt so badly for you. Okay, being compared to Freaky Friday, have you heard that?
I've heard several comparisons, but we'll take it.
And does it compare?
I think that there are natural comparisons to make with body-switching movies like Freaky Friday or Big or... So yes, there are elements of all of those, but each of them has their own special story in there, and I think this is much more of a romance than Freaky Friday turned out to be.
This looks like, when I would have seen this on paper, I would be so pleasantly surprised now to see the final product that on paper I don't know if it would have worked as well as the final product has come out.
I think that that's really a testament to Gary Winnick, who directed the movie and who kept driving home, we have got to find the heart in this movie. We have got to find the heart. This movie is about heart. It has to be bigger than the gimmick. There has to be so much more to it. And he was so determined to eke out every bit of honesty and emotion in a fantastical plot that I think, I have to say, I think he did a good job.
I think he did an outstanding job because that's what makes this movie go from shtick to actual caring about it. Okay, a lot of movies that are coming out at the same time as yours within a week or two, very violent. The Punisher, John Travolta's film, Kill Bill 2. Yours is completely different. I want to talk about violence in movies because it just seems like a lot of them lately have been going in that direction. Have you noticed that? And since comedy is a new thing for you, when is violence too much for you in a film? Let's talk about that subject.
I think that violence has taken on the role of fantasy in a movie. It's almost as though when you're watching it, what you're seeing doesn't really count. And it's almost in the execution of it. Like, for example, we don't accept anymore watching a movie and not seeing the real actors do the fights or which is fun for the actors. I mean, I love doing my own fights and I love getting thrown around and it's great, but at the same time, we enjoy watching actors that we like go through this transformation. And for me, actually, I play a character who is involved in a violent world of espionage and on Alias, and I did Daredevil, which of course had quite a few fights, and I'm doing Elektra this summer. There's a point where violence crosses over for me and I kind of shut off. I have to believe that there is an element of play in there somewhere, or that there are at least consequences for what is happening on screen for it to be watchable for me.
You say that it's almost become a fantasy. Like, that's bad or good? Is that good that we have taken it away from the reality of it, or is that a bad thing now that we're not even realizing how violent a shooting is?
I can't really speak to that. It's just the only way that I can justify it for myself.
So you've thought about it?
I have thought about it, and I don't really have an answer. I think that it's interesting that it's the way that our culture is going right now, but I think we're also so happy to see a feel-good comedy movie that has no relation to any of that, which is why I'm so happy to be coming out with this sweet little film at the same time.
So you've noticed that too, that it's coming out at that time. It's a great movie.
Thank you
great
so
movie.
much.
The other one
Thank
that
you.
I was saying too that I loved that I wasn't expecting was Prince and Me from Paramount.
That looks great
And
to
just
me.
as good. The two of them are fantastic. For sit over here. Okay. Great movie, and I wasn't thinking I was going to like it, and I just loved it.
Oh, good. That's
I
always
just
good to
loved it.
hear.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. Nutshell of your character. Who are you? What do you play? What do you bring to the movie?
Wow. Okay. Matt Flamhaff is he's one of these kind of outsider type of guys. When he's young, probably a little too thoughtful for his own good, a little too independent for his own good, and he grows up to be just like a pretty normal, nice guy, living in New York, a photographer. And, he's harbored this love, his first love, for years and years. And, he's about to get married, and then boom, this first love pops back into his life. And, who knows what happens after that, but...
Lot of good comedy. That dancing scene was hysterical, even though your reluctance as the character to do it.
Yeah,
it was
I was
great.
reluctant as
You were
as me. Yeah.
It was very funny, though.
Thank you.
That's what made it funny.
Yes,
the reluctance.
that works. Yes.
Okay, so Jennifer Garner, seeing her in comedy, you followed her career. You know what she's been doing.
Well, you think she's gonna bust out a karate chop at some point?
Exactly. This just stays this. But so tell me about her performance as a comedian.
It's remarkable. I mean, she also is. You could see her almost channeling a sort of Charlie Chaplin, Lucille Ball, sort of that type of comedy, in some of her physicalizations of the 13-year-old girl. I think this pretty much establishes her as a huge movie star. This movie, the camera loves her. She hits all the acting beats. It's really a really kind of great debut for her.
New America's sweetheart.
Yeah, and she really is sweet. She's not pretending to be sweet. She's a really lovely lady. You can't say that about every Hollywood sweetheart.
That's very nice that you said that. That's very nice.
Well, that's true.
Comparisons to Freaky Friday, have you heard them? And is there anything there?
Oh
that you
yeah,
would
with the
say?
mom. I didn't see it. I kind of have a vague idea about it.
Have you heard of the comparisons?
I haven't heard them yet. No. I think last night was the first time I've seen the movie, and literally I think they just finished the movie like 3 days ago. So I haven't been around enough to hear many comparisons. You probably are hearing a lot, but is Freaky Friday one of them?
Yes. And Freaky Friday did well and was a good movie.
Okay,
So
well
it's a
maybe
good-
we're in that same
good to be in
same
that
genre. Yeah.
Okay, so what did you think when you saw it last night? So you saw it with us, the journalists.
Yeah,
Okay, so
and
what
that
did you
little
think?
group, I was thrilled. I was really happy with it, and I was happy that it gets to the places it gets to without any tricks or really being schmaltzy or saccharine, and that it's still a great time, and it has an important message about innocence and maintaining your innocence, and then it kind of has a bittersweet thing as well that is you don't see in these kinds of movies.
Very well put. That was
Thank you.
really good.
Great.
I followed your career, and what I like about your career is the career choices. You never know from one to the next
What you're
we're
gonna
see.
get.
Yeah,
That's great.
Which is great. So you're
Thank you.
obviously consciously thinking about this.
Yeah, I mean, I like the challenge. I'm a journeyman actor. I like it. I love acting. I'm not precious about it, and I like to challenge myself from role to role. So, I look at something like I've never done that before. That makes me a little scared. But what else is there to do, really?
And do you have a summer movie coming out?
I have a drama, a couples drama coming up with Naomi Watts and Peter Krause and Laura Dern, called "We Don't Live Here Anymore," that Warner Brothers is releasing in August, and then I have Collateral, Michael Mann's movie with Tom Cruise.
Continued success.
Thank you.
You're
Thanks,
making good
Anne.
choices.
Thank you, Anne.
Thank
Thank you very much.
Nice variety.
Thank you.
Tell me when.
We have speed.
Okay. Don't include me in his
Okay.
shot. Thank you. Okay. It's so nice to see you. I guess
Nice to
Gollum's,
see you.
It must be that Gollum's your claim to fame now. Do people realize, or do you say that at a dinner party? How does that work in your life now? And it's nice to see you in a film that we're seeing you.
Well, you know, Gollum, I suppose it depends where I am. In the UK, people have known my work for over a long period of time, but I suppose over this side of the water, it's people are just realising, oh, right, so Andy Serkis, he played Gollum, he crawled around and wore a funny skin-tight suit, and he can act in a proper film as well, you know. So it was quite fun, because in actual fact, I was still filming Lord of the Rings and crawling around doing all that, and then I was allowed away from Middle-earth to come and shoot this, so it was, you know, I kind of put on my sharp suit and became Richard Neeland, highly stressed fashion magazine editor in between Gollum, basically.
So you went from crawling around to dancing like Michael Jackson. Very interesting.
Thank you.
That was the best scene in the film. Hysterical,
It's
very
fun.
funny.
It's
And
fun.
because of your character, then to see you go and do that. Tell me about that and dancing with Jennifer Garner, and I guess there must have been great outtakes.
Oh, there are some great, mostly me completely doing the wrong moves. They're pretty fun. Because, I mean, I've never trained as a dancer, and I think what you do brilliantly here in the States is actors are just great at dancing. They're good all-rounders, you know. But to remember moves for me was a bit of a challenge. But I kind of figured, well, Richard, it was in character. But I was always whenever they were going up, I was always going down. Whenever you know, but I did it with such conviction, it kind of didn't really matter.
I don't know your age, but I think you grew up with that music,
I
right? So you
certainly
knew the
did.
music,
Oh,
you
I
felt
knew the
comfortable, and
music.
you knew the video. and-
Yeah, I tried to copy it at home, but you know, I was as bad then as I probably was in copying it for the film. But no, it was great, and Jennifer does it brilliantly, and it's just I love that scene because it's triumphant, you know, for her kind of whipping up everybody, and it shows the character of Jenna really bringing everybody together, and it's such fun.
Tell me about Jennifer and her comedy. We don't know her for comedy,
No.
so this was such a pleasant surprise. What did you think?
I think what she does is fantastic, you know, and it's a really, I think, a very difficult thing that she had to pull off, and I think she does it really, you know, I think to get the audience to believe that you're a 13-year-old girl in a 30-year-old woman's body is no mean achievement, you know. I think she just pitches it perfectly. I mean, she's hilarious. I think she's hilarious, you know.
I'm glad you got that why without me having to interrupt your bite there. That was very good. Okay, tell me, nutshell plot. Nutshell, I'm glad it's 9 o'clock in the morning, so you haven't done this 50 times yet. Nutshell plot, storyline.
Jennifer Garner plays a character called Jenna, who on her 13th birthday wishes that she was 30. She's having a miserable time, and her wish comes true, and she suddenly wakes up and she is in this adult world, and she's having to cope with it. And she realizes she's working for this fashion magazine agency, and kind of goes into work and has to deal with life as a 30-year-old woman, and she discovers actually that she doesn't become a terribly nice person, and she gets, it's a bit like it has kind of the feel of The Wizard of Oz. She goes on this journey, and then she returns at the end. She takes back what she's learnt from the journey and has a second go. And it's that thing of what I love about the film is really the message is, you know, live for the moment. Don't wish you were something else. Don't wish you were older. Wish you were younger. Don't wish you were anywhere but where you are now. And I think it's a really positive message.
And a story about second chances as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, for sure. Because at the end she gets to go back and do again what you know, and make amends. And I think obviously we don't get to do that in life. It's a great message.
Final question, nutshell of your character. Who are you in relation to her?
I play a character called Richard Neeland, who is Jenna's boss, the character of Jenna's boss. He's a very highly stressed fashion magazine editor, and he's all the time trying to keep everything under wraps. But his magazine Poise is suffering because the rival magazine Sparkle keep nicking his ideas, and every month now they've been trumped and they keep stealing. You know, it's just as it happens in life in that magazine world. So he's just paranoid. He thinks they've got webcams in the walls that are, you know, getting his ideas, and basically Jennifer's character saves the day, and she comes around. They have a redesign. They get forced to redesign their magazine, and he's panicking all the time. And she comes up with this great idea, which is really about being honest to who you are and not trying to pretend to be something that you're not.
Exactly. Thank you. And how are your balls? That was very funny.
Very attached to
That was
them.
very. Associated Press, wide on me. Don't have me in her shot. Thank you.
Could you lean
That's
to your
it.
right and keep the paper a little lower?
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes,
Okay, tell me when.
on the A side. Just one moment.
Your pedicure's great.
I did it myself.
Shut
For
up.
the first time ever, and I thought it was horrible. So the fact that you just said that, thank you.
Oh, no, it looks good.
All right, are we ready?
Yes, I think so.
Yes. Okay. Nutshell plot of the movie, and then nutshell summary of your character. please.
Okay, plot, nutshell.
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. So the movie is about a girl who is having a horrible time as a 13-year-old and wants to be popular and isn't, and wants this popular boy and can't have him, and wishes more than anything that she can be 30 and be an adult and be grown up. And boom, she wakes up and she is, and she realizes that she got all those things that she wanted, and it made her miserable. And the nutshell plot of my character is that I play Jennifer Garner's best friend in the movie. My name is Lucy Wyman, and I'm her. I'm the evil, popular girl in high school. And when she wakes up as a 30-year-old, she realizes that we became best friends and we work together at a fashion magazine called Poise.
Very good.
Thank you.
That was very good. Without a breath. Okay, now the dance scene, funniest scene in the movie.
Oh, good.
It was hysterical.
Thank you.
Watching Jennifer Garner doing this, watching her do comedy. Let's sort of, she's not here right now. Tell me what you thought of her as a performer, because we're not used to seeing her in these kind of roles.
Well, as a performer, what she was doing seemed totally effortless. So if she was trying hard, if she was working hard at it, I couldn't tell at all. I just thought she was having fun, and I hope I helped her to have fun. She can do comedy just as well as she can do action, just as well as she can do drama. I mean, she can do anything.
Did she rely on you in any way? Was she sort of coming to you and saying, okay, you've done this a lot more than I have. What do I need to do here? Or she just took it and ran with it?
We discussed scenes together as far as both of our characters were concerned and both of our lines, and we would work together on, like, is this funny or is that funny? Is it funnier if I do this or is this funnier? I mean, it was not her or me. It was definitely a collaboration, but not all the time. I mean, she knows what she's doing.
Okay, this movie, I thought it was adorable, and I know I'm not the target audience.
Oh.
So it's not just for the 13-year-old girl,
No.
is it? Tell me who
No.
this movie's for.
This movie is for anyone who thinks that maybe they wish they could go back in time and do something differently. I think this movie's for anyone who's not totally satisfied with decisions that they made in their life. It's all about starting over from the second you think that maybe you made a mistake.
Anything coming up this summer for you, this spring? Any movies? New Yes.
Yeah, I
What we
have
got?
The Village coming out
Tell me about
July
that.
28th. The new M. Night Shyamalan film takes place in the late 1800s.
You know what? I interrupted you there. Start again with The Village, M. Night, and
Sure.
keep quiet.
I have a movie called The Village coming out on July 28th, I believe. It's the new M. Night Shyamalan film, and it takes place in the late 1800s. It has an all-star cast filled with Academy Award winners and nominees, and it's basically about a group of people who move out of civilization to form their own utopic community.
wow.
And of
Just-
course, there's, a little evil.
It must be great just to say, well, the M. Night Shyamalan film. Everybody knows what that
No
means.
idea how many times I've said that, and I love it every single time.
Already box office ka-ching.
I
Thank you
know.
so much.
Thank
Judy.
you.
It was nice meeting
Really
you.
nice to meet you
Take care.
too.
You were great.
Thank you.
Fun movie.